How's it going, folks? And welcome back to Funcle's Autoworx. Alrighty, so yes, it is a brand new week, and I've been a little bit busy over the weekend, as you can see. So, guys, I decided that we were going to do something a little bit different on our beautiful box truck that was built by JD over here. So, as you can see, we took the box off. I had to buy a new one in order to get our logo on it, and I also went with this wood's I don't know, it's kind of like a wood decal that I've got somewhere in my decals folder, and I decided to just put that one down first. And if we do the no clip mod, you'll see I even did the top of the box, so it actually looks pretty good. I think it turned out pretty well, and that is going to be what our box truck is going to look like. I also got some license plates, Fun-88, so yeah, Funcle 88. And I think this thing is as good as we'll get it at this point. And yeah, nothing else really changed on the truck, guys, from what JD did. So we just replaced the box, and I also swapped the bumper for a different one. We also did the trailer hitch, the drop hitch. So yeah, this is going to work out pretty well for us, guys. And yeah, there's been some other development as well. So I took the Elka Machino out for a drive the other day, and I was in a little bit of a fender bender. Well, not really a fender bender, but I kind of drove this thing around a bit and just test driving it. And I went to the beach, and you can see that because of the little bit of dirt on the side here. And it ended up having a little bit of handling issues, and we kind of just somehow damaged this front end of the Elka Machino. So it's going to be something that we're going to have to fix up. And I also need to do a little bit of maintenance because I noticed we've got a bad radiator hose here. So yeah, this thing is going to be not really stripped down and redone. It's just going to be repaired, and also I'm going to do a little bit of changes to this thing. So do stay tuned for this, guys. It's going to come to the channel once again. We're going to do a little bit of work to the Elka Machino. But as you can see, we still got a lot of work to do to the Firebird. We did get the engine installed with the new battery cables and the radiator. We need to do a firewall replacement on this thing still, because that firewall is bugged. We can't get a steering column mounted to it, so for that reason I went and got this firewall over here, which I showed in the last episode. So hopefully that's going to be something we can sort out. But guys, yes, today my focus is going to be mainly on Cyclone's 68 Camaro here, which is in need of some body panels. And I did give him a quotation, and he accepted it, so I quoted him a total of 14,000. With the extra $1,000 that was left in the trunk for us. So yeah, total of 15,000. Then we were going to fix this thing up completely for him. So that I'm going to dive into this thing and see if we can get everything kind of figured out and sorted out for him. I don't know how far we're going to go, because I still need to go and see if I can find myself a car trailer in order to transport this thing down to the we're going to go to the service center, guys, for the paint job, because I think it's going to sort this thing out completely and not give us any issues there. So yeah, that is my thinking pattern for this thing. And we're going to also strip off the rest of these front end parts. I'm going to see if we can manage this without too much hassle, because I want to take the firewall off as well, and this inner fender needs to come off, and we also need to get the thing cut off. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but we're going to see what we can do. So that means if we are removing the firewall, the doors need to come off. And yeah, everything on this mod actually bolts on. There's nothing welded, so it's going to make it a little bit easier, but also at the same time it's going to be just as much work getting this thing put right. So yeah, let's just try and see if we can take this door off as well. And yeah, I'm not too sure if the door is going to be something that we're going to have to replace, or if it's going to come back to life once we paint it again. We'll see. I'm not too sure yet where we're going to head with this thing, but yeah, first things first, let's try and get this thing put right. So these bolts are actually loose, and I didn't loosen them. I think it's probably something that got loose either in the crash, or maybe whoever built this car, I don't know if Cyclone built it, but he forgot to tighten those bolts up. So yes, I'm going to have to cut this inner fender off on this side, and we're going to see if the firewall's also going to come off without too much of a hassle. Alright, so let's get to cutting this off, because I'm going to be doing a color change on this car for Cyclone. And I haven't really decided yet exactly what I'm going to do, but we'll get to that. Alright, just put that back on there. Okay, so there's our inner fender, or front right panel, as they would call it. And we're going to be changing the color of this to something, I don't know, something different. Maybe we'll even match it to the car color. I think that might actually work, because I'm thinking we should stick with the orange, because the orange actually looks pretty dang good on this thing. And yeah, I wasn't too fond of the cyan firewall and inner fenders on this thing. So I think we're going to do this one right, guys. We're going to do the firewall and the inner fenders the same color as the car, which I think, yeah, we're going to stick with the orange. The orange is going to look pretty good. Alright, so let's get everything removed from the firewall, first of all. Okay, so hopefully this will go back. Yeah, that's not a bugged part, so luckily that seems to be good. Right, what else do we have here? We've got the pedals. Kind of also just giving everything a little bit of a check as we take it off and see what the condition of the parts. But everything seems to be relatively good. Everything is at 100%. So this car was not really around very long before yeah, it had its accident. Got a nice beautiful chromed brake booster, which will go in the right position if we loosen it and tighten it up, but this needs to come off. Master cylinder is at 99%, so yeah, everything is kind of still relatively good on this thing. And I bet you guys the wiper motor is also still fine, which it is. Wiper linkage looks good. It has been chromed as well, so that's a nice touch. I got some chrome wiper blades on this thing. Yeah, that looks pretty nifty, guys. So I think that is everything off the firewall. So now I need to try and see if we can cut it off. So I gotta more or less just figure this out. So just gonna try and see if we can cut this firewall off without any major issues. It looks like there might be some welds missing on it anyway, so it's a good thing we are checking this. And yeah, if everything goes to plan, we should be able to get this firewall off, which we do. So there it is. And yeah, obviously the roof is kind of mounted to this, which I may have messed up now, because we should have actually taken the roof off beforehand. Let's see if it's going to be possible to do it still, even if it's not attached to the car. I may have just gone and messed it up a bit, but okay, there's the roof off. Okay, so that looks pretty good, and now we can take the firewall off once again. Alright, so what's the condition of this thing? It's at 100%, and we did take the dents off of it, so, or out of it, or knock the dents out, whatever you'd like to call it. So yeah, the firewall is in tip-top condition, and so is this front panel. So we just need to buy the new one for the left-hand side. And then we're going to see if we can get this color code. I'm going to quickly have to jot this down on something. I'm just going to do it on my phone. It's going to work out the best, I guess. So what's that color code? It's FF 630A. 630A. Alright, perfect. I'll just keep that around on my phone. So I'm going to change the color of these parts to the same orange, but we're going to see if we can maybe do it like this. I'm going to check everything. So what's that color code? FF630A. 630A. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we've got this orange now, chromed as well. I think it's going to look pretty slick. Alright, let's get this done the same way. Alright, so there's our firewall. And let's get the inner fender board. So, yeah guys, the catalog, I don't know if it's fixed yet, but it definitely looks like it's definitely cooperating a little bit better today, which is good. All right, and we're going to do the exact same thing with this one. I'm going to tick all of the boxes here and just apply that color, and there we go. So we've got that sorted out. Now I've still got something that's a little bit concerning. It's the frame rails sticking out of the back. Now I know this is a kit car, and it might actually be the case that that is just going to be how it is. And I was kind of thinking, since we are going to have to replace the fuel tank, and I wanted to check out this trunk floor. So I don't know if this is going to come out easily, but okay, yeah, it's quite simple. Okay, so now the trunk floor, I want to make it the same color as the inner fenders. So let's see how this is going to work out. Alright, just like that. And we don't have to paint it anymore. So, yeah, that looks pretty dang good. Alright, so that can actually go back in. And yeah, guys, because this is a kit car, the gaps are going to be absolutely terrible. So we've got holes in all sorts of places that, yeah, it's not going to be something we can deal with at this stage. So we're just going to have to live with it. And yeah, I think it'll look okay. We're going to try and do the best we can with what we can. So yeah, that is basically the thinking pattern for this thing. All right, let's get our welding machine over here. Come to think of it, I didn't really have to take everything off the firewall, but yeah, well, what the heck. We did it, so got to go ahead and just get everything put back together. And as I said, there are some welds that was missing that I could think of here, but yeah, I think it actually welds to the rocker panels, the original rocker panels from the BART. So it doesn't look like there's any welds going onto here. So yeah, I'm just checking everything, guys. That's basically what's going on here. All right, so let's get these inner fenders into place, and we still need to do the radiator support. Just kind of thought of that now, but we'll get to that. All right, let's weld this thing back and this one. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, and weld everything back up here. Okay, let's go around this side. We'll do the same. Alright, I think that looks pretty dang good. Alright, let's get ourselves a radiator support as well for this thing. It's also probably off the BART, if I remember it correctly now. So there's the radiator support. We'll buy that. And let's put this onto here once again. I'm going to do the same thing with the color code. Alright, and let's get this thing welded up over there. Yeah, just like that. This thing is starting to come together already. Alright, and just pop that back onto there. And I think we are done with the welding for now. We'll see. We'll just keep it somewhat close by. Let's get all of this stuff mounted back onto the firewall. So the steering column can go back in. Okay, and the pedals. Yeah, I think I really didn't have to take everything off here. Would have still been able to do all of this without taking all of this off. But okay, you know what? You live and you learn, as they say. Alright, so wiper linkage can go actually back on, seeing as this is all base game BART stuff. Handbrake lever. Come on, we just sawed it. There we go. There it is. Okay, let's get that tightened up again. Let's get the master cylinder back in. Right, come on, where's the bolts? You can probably see them from this side. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Turns out to be relatively straight. Alright, and let's bolt this down again. Alrighty, I think that is good. The dashboard is still 100%, so we're not going to replace anything. It's got even a chrome glove box on this thing. So yeah, he spent quite a bit of time building this car, guys. I don't really know who built it, or if he built it, or if somebody built it for him, but yeah, he really did a lot of tiny little touches here and there, which makes it a whole lot more special. Alright, get this cowl panel. I think that's window piece. Okay, that's what it's called. Alright, so yeah, there we go. That can go back on. And let's get the fender back on this side. Alright, zip it all down. Okay, perfect. And next up would be the doors. Can get the doors back in. I wanted to check on the interior panels if there's any interior stuff that we can actually add to this car, but I don't think so. It's probably not available, but we'll just check it out anyway. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not easy getting into this car, but okay, we've got the doors back on. Looks relatively straight. Okay, so now what I need to do now is get the missing parts that we need to, yeah, just dress this thing up. So obviously the fender, the Camaro left fender. Alright, keep getting stuck on the freaking car every time I walk past it. Okay, so you need to get over to 68 Camaro. Right over there, and we should still be on body. Alright, so now this is going to be the hard part because there's no pictures. So we're going to have to go off the name of the stuff. Alright, so there's our left fender. We can pop that onto there. Okay, where's the wrench now, Funcle? Let's keep this in our hand because we can actually bolt them down as we buy them. Okay, so yeah, being a kit car and a modded car, all the bolts and stuff are kind of just in weird places. Alright, so let's get ourselves a Cam SS grill. See if that can at least go on. I don't know if it's going to go on just yet. Cam SS grill. Okay, yeah, looks like it's actually an assembly of headlights and everything in it. So I doubt that the headlights will work in this thing. Alright, let's zip this down over there. And over there. Okay, what else do we need? Let's just check up here. So I'm gonna, as we buy the stuff, just chuck it on a different pile. Radiator, we're gonna see if we can find the same aluminum radiator. Front bumper, rear bumper. Okay, so let's go and get the radiator. So we still got the hoses over there. Now radiator is gonna probably be under Chad. Let's just type in rad. Right, aluminum radiator, 510 bucks. Yeah, that's probably a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but my goodness, yeah, it sure looks good. This chrome radiator with even the colored insert looks pretty dang nice compared to the other ones. And we'll just replace his radiator hoses because they were still fine. And that means we're going to have to fill this thing up with coolant. Okay, but there we go. His aluminum radiator is in. Alright, and next up we're going to look for the bumpers. See if we can find both the bumpers. Alright, it's going to have to be back at 68 Camaro. And I think we are still on body. Okay, let's just make sure of this. Alright, so Camaro front valance, Camaro hood. I'm looking for the bumpers. Yeah, this is what makes it hard because there's no pictures. Cam front bumper, cam rear bumper. Okay, well, never mind. Looks like we found them. Camaro front bumper. I don't know if it's going to go on just yet. We're still missing the piece that it attaches to, which I think it's this. Camaro 69 front piece, although I think that is probably what goes at the top. So let's see, Camaro 69 front piece. It's not that one, it's this one. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that is the part for up here. Bolts down there. Bolts down there. So, okay, this isn't going to go on just yet. Let's get our rear bumper on in the meantime. Yeah, I don't know if this is normal. It's probably just the way the mod is, because we fixed up this panel at the back. Everything is nice and straight. Couldn't get it looking better than that, and I think that's just the way that the mod is made. So nothing really we can do about it, unless if the Camaro's got its own frame rails, which I doubt. Yeah, it doesn't have any frame rails, so looks like we're just gonna have to live with that, guys. It's just one of those things that we can't change. So we're looking for the front valance. I think it's this one. Alright, well, we'll see. Alright, so this is going to go down here. Alright, let's bolt it down. Okay, now the bumper can go on. Alrighty, so that looks pretty good. And now we need to try and figure out what hood we've got, because that is in our box truck. Cam 69 hood. Okay, so it's the Cam 69 hood that goes onto this thing. Alright, and where is it? Okay, Cam 69 front piece, Cam 69 hood. Alright, so there's going to be a little insert that goes into it. Cam 69 window piece. I don't know what it's called. It's probably the hood piece, this one, okay. Door original. I don't know if that was the door we need to replace. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to have to replace the doors. We'll figure that part out once we get to it. Yeah, I think that is probably the only part we still need was this little insert for the hood. Okay, I think that, yeah, that looks like it pops into place and removes with the pry tool. Alright, and just like that, this thing is kind of put together. Alright, so there are some suspension parts missing that we need to figure out still. And yeah, look at the gap over there. It's a very small gap. On this side it seems to be good, so I don't know what is cooking with that, if it's something that's still tweaked, but yeah, all the parts over here are brand new, so I guess it's kind of realistic, because in real life, if your car was in such a bad accident, it would probably be hard to get the gaps right anyway, so, but I wanted to see this part now. Cam 69, okay, so that is the right one, according to the catalog. Okay, so this is actually a 69 Camaro then, facelifted a tiny bit. So, guys, I think this thing is pretty much getting there with regards to bodywork. Can't think of anything else that we need to replace on this thing body-wise. So let's go ahead and look at the windows, see if there are any rear windows. So it's just a front and rear window, which we've got both of those. This is a stock windshield, and then there's the Camaro front window. Okay. Interior parts. Let's see what is listed under interior. Cam door card left, door card right. Okay, I think we were looking for these. Okay, so the color of the interior is black. So let's go ahead and do this. Want to see what color black. I think let's try that. Okay, now there's going to be a couple of things we need to take into consideration here. That's the chrome bits, which is this. Okay, this is the door card itself. Let's use that. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's actually changing much. Okay, wait a second. That looks better. Alright, so there's our door card for the left. Okay, now we just need to do the same with this one. I think I got the chrome on the other one. Okay, so that's the first part. That's the chrome part. That is that part. Does that look the same? No, it doesn't. What did we... Oh, I probably forgot to tick the chrome. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. Here we go. All right, so that is the door card for the right-hand side, which will just give this thing a little bit of a better look. And I think this door... You know what, guys? I think let's just replace the freaking doors, because I'm still a bit wary on that door over there. Cam rear door original left and right. Is that for the... Okay, so we do have these parts. Okay, that is pretty nifty. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and change all of that to the same color. Gonna have some beautiful matching interior pieces in this thing then. This one, okay. Alright, so these should be able to go on. Okay, how does that secure to the car? Having a hard time getting into this car, but okay, you just gotta finagle your way into it. And now we are stuck. Alright, we're not stuck. We were stuck, but we're not stuck. I just want to get to that bolt over there. Okay, thank you so much. Now that is sorted. Alright, let's grab some new doors, because these door cards don't go on these doors. So, cam door R, L, well, L and R. Is that the... No, that's probably not the right door, so we just wasted a bit of money. Okay, you know what? What the heck? We need to go down to where the cam door original are. Let's just see, make sure this is it. Which it is. Okay, so this is the left door. Alright, let's get that onto there. Okay, bolt it down. Okay, so this is our left door, which is the driver side. Okay, pop this off. Yeah, because this thing looks a little bit knackered anyway, so it's better to just replace it. Alright, let's get this off as well. Oh, that's a pretty good door, but yeah, unfortunately, we need to put these on in order to make this thing look like a car. Alright, let's zip that down. Alright, Cyclone Bud, I just hope you're going to be happy with what I'm doing here. We need the right-hand door. This one. Which there it is. Okay. Not too shabby. Okay, so with that done, let's get this back onto the car. Alright, where's the bolts for this now? It's got to be here somewhere. Alrighty. So guys, I think that is it. We just need to see something with the door handles. Are these door handles going to come off with the pry tool, or is it a screwdriver? I think it's screwdriver, if I remember correctly. It's been 84 years since I've worked on one of these, so it's kind of like another bit of a learning curve for me. Okay, so this is the left hand side. You can go onto here, screw it down over there. Let's do the same with this one. Get that off. Okay. Door handle onto there. And just like that, this car is pretty much put together. Alright. I don't know if we're going to have any issues with this thing further. But, guys, I think we should start buttoning up the suspension on this thing now. Because we still need to do upper control arms and shock absorbers on both sides. We did replace the the tie rod. Just got to make sure I bolt this down as well, which they weren't bolted down in the first place to begin with, since we've got the car. So let's get ourselves some suspension parts that's missing. I don't know if it'll show up under Camaro. I doubt it. Yeah, we're gonna have to navigate to Bart. suspension, which we are on currently. So that is 2 front shock absorbers and 2 upper control arms. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay. Okay, upper control arm. There we go. All right, so now this thing is going to be absolutely perfect, in my opinion. All right, zip that down. And zip that down and zip that down. And then shock absorber, last but not least. All right, and I'm just going to make sure all the brake lines are tied down. Or tightened down. Or, yeah, you guys know what I mean. That South African English coming in here. Alright, but there we go. I think that is it. Everything looks pretty dang good. And we are going to just, come on, fill up the coolant, which is a vital part of this car not overheating. So yeah, I think the oil should be good because we didn't touch the engine. We do need to get some new battery cables and also a battery tray, which is still missing, but we'll get it to that. I'll just gradually make my way towards sorting everything out. So for now, I'm going to do the coolant, and then we will bring you guys back once this is filled up and that can is empty. Okay, so yeah, let's try that again. Okay, so I'm going to fill up the coolant, and then I'll bring you guys back once this is sorted. And we are ready to see if this thing's still got to fire up. Well, I still got to buy the wires and all that, so let's just take it from there. Alright guys, it has been quite a bit of a mission getting this thing filled up with coolant, because every single bottle that I picked up just seems to have had like half left in it, so it didn't really want to fill up. I just had to like keep grabbing other bottles, but okay, it is filled up now. We've got decent brake fluid, the oil is still fine. There's another thing that I still needed to get for this car, and it was the gas tank, which I think is also probably the base game BART engine. I think we need to be an engine for this. So let's see if we can find this gas tank. Where the heck will it be? Because we also still need to grab the battery wires, and we've got a decent battery. Okay, so let's grab this because we see it is there. No, let me just search gas tank. Gas tank, there we go. Alright, so this is the gas tank. Alright, let's do this. What was that color code again? FF630A. Yeah, there we go. That's the gas tank. I'll pop that onto there. We'll get the battery wires in just a second. So that means we're gonna need to try and get some gas in this car. Alright, so there's the third bolt. It's a little bit easier to see it now that the gas tank isn't tweaked as badly. Or tweaked at all. But yes, there's definitely something going on here. I don't know if it's the trunk floor or what. I think, yeah, screw it, guys. I'm not going to do a half-assed job like this. We're going to see if we can get this thing sorted out for cycling. I'm going to replace the trunk floor here in just a bit. Let's just bolt everything down. So we've got that, and start the bolt down there. Okay. Yeah, let's get a new trunk floor. So we need to go back to 69 Camaro once again. And the body, trunk floor. There it is. Okay, brand new trunk floor. Okay, so this should be relatively quick and easy to do. So let's do it like this. Okay, trunk floor can come out now. Can we stand up, please? There we go. All right, let's get this off. All right, so, okay. Well, we'll hopefully be able to transfer that part. And that still looks like something's funky over there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that part is tweaked. Alright, well, let's grab the old hammer back in the toolbox once again. Gotta see if there's something cooking over here. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. It's very hard to tell. I think it's just the matter of this, what's it called, where the thing goes onto the middle frame brace, I think. And also the frame rail might be a bit tweaked. Alright, so there's going to be an easy way to figure this out, guys. And that's going to be to go over to the shop by the beach and just get ourselves a freaking sledgehammer. And then see what is cooking, because I don't know. It doesn't look like it's really something damaged still, because nothing's showing up with our hammer. And it can't be that bad so that we can't fix it up. So it's kind of, yeah, like in a catch-22 situation here. So I don't know. I really don't know, but we'll have to do it and see what it's all about with the sledgehammer then, I guess. Not really ideal, but I really want to know what's going on with this thing, because I want to try and sort it out for our buddy Cyclone. Alright, so if everything is put together now, this thing should fire up once we put a little bit of gas in it. And guys, I still needed to do something. I nearly forgot. So on the engine of our Pontiac Firebird, I never installed a freaking oil filter. So I still needed to do that. So I was thinking now, since I'm currently thinking about it, let's just go ahead and do this. And we're going to change the color of this thing to yellow. The yellow for the car. So just bear with me for a second. As I said, I'm going to be jumping around quite a lot probably in these videos. Okay, so now we've got the oil filter, which can go on our engine over here, right over there. Okay, so that is sorted at least. So when we put some oil in the engine, at least the oil is going to stay. Where's the wrench now? Because I wanted to still mount the battery, Cyclone's battery. I can't mount it because we don't have the battery tray yet. Okay, so yeah, as I said, a lot of jumping around, guys. It's just one of those things. Body for the bot. Come on, we need the battery tray. Come on, catalog, you can do it. Yeah, I'm really putting the catalog through its spaces today. Yeah, $100 for that almost. And it's going to cost us another $100 to change the color of it. Okay, let's just do this color code 630A once again. There we go, there's the battery tray. I want to take this thing to paint today so that we can finish this car off completely. Alright, get the battery in there. Zip it down. And zip it down. So, yeah, this thing should actually fire up if we put some gas in it now. Let's just try. I mean, I've had it before when, if you bought a brand new gas tank. Yeah, just as I thought. If you bought a brand new gas tank and you put it on the Material Master pallet, it actually adds a little bit of fuel. So yeah, let's get this thing over to the gas station, guys. Because I was thinking we're going to have to drive the car all the way to Middletown, but we're going to get it to the gas station real quick. Because everything is kind of looking pretty good now. This thing is put together. And since we are going to be over at the gas station, I'm just going to put in a little bit of gas. I don't think I'm going to fill it up all the way, but yeah, we might as well, because, I mean, Cyclone paid us quite a lot of money. But we're going to paint this thing in this paint booth just in front of us. Gonna see if it's gonna work out. So unfortunately, stuff like this is nothing we can do about it. There's no other dashboard for this car, from what I know. Okay, yeah, there's some weird collisions at the moment with this car. I think it needs a save and reload. And I wonder if we should take this thing to the beach and get that sledgehammer, because I want to go see if we're going to be able to figure out what's going on with this frame rail, or these frame rails at the back. Alright, let's just fill it up all the way. Alrighty guys, this thing was super thirsty. It took another 66 liters of fuel. So being an 80 liter gas tank, buying a brand new gas tank from the catalog and then chroming it, it actually gave us like, what, 20 liters of fuel. I must say, getting into this thing is a bit of a pain now. It's definitely, collisions are a bit weird. Alright, let's get this thing into this paint booth. Alright, just pull it up right over there. Okay, hopefully it's not gonna bug out now again. You just need to crouch down and up. Okay. Alright, so FF630A. Let's go ahead and type that in. 630A. And buy. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Did that fix it? Is everything good? It looks pretty nifty. And yeah, even our black spots over here has been sorted out. There's something cooking over here. What is this? Is this the firewall sticking out? What is that? I think it's just the door. Yeah, that's the door panel, the inner door panel. So these are brand new doors and door panels. So it's a slight alignment issue with the panel, by the looks of it. Well, from the mod creator side, Lars. So yeah, that's a tiny little imperfection there, but I mean, we don't even have the rear glass for this mod. That's why standalone cars, they are pretty basic. Nothing will ever be perfect on a kit car, not a standalone car, a kit car, for that matter. So yeah, it's just gonna have to be what it is. Okay, let's get this thing fired up again. We are going to the beach, guys. Let's take this thing on a little bit of a cruise over to the beach. And the handling feels good. Doesn't seem like it's going all weird. But yeah, I actually like the orange of this. It's actually very similar to Cheeto's orange. The color that we painted Cheeto in. Alright, but yeah, I'm going to make my way over to that shop over there. And I'm going to show you guys around there a bit. And we're also going to pick up a sledgehammer. Alrighty guys, so we are here at the beach. So this is kind of where I wanted to show you guys something. Let's just get out of the car once again. Oh, the collisions are a bit wonky. But usually a save and reload would help that. That's because we took the roof off and all of that, I think. I just noticed some clipping over here from the wheel well. So yeah, these wheel wells don't really fit the car too well. You'll probably have to remove those if you wanted to get it perfect. But okay, yes, this is the shop by Weinbergs. So you see there, mod created by Weinbergs 1994. So he's also the creator of the in-game rat, guys. We've got a catalog over here, and I don't know if this is the latest version of the shop. I doubt it is. I'm still yet to find the update. But yeah, there are also some wheels over here and the tires that go with them. So yeah, just to go gander at those. And I think this is part of the extra parts mod, which is on Nexus Mods. So if you guys are looking for that, just go and search it on Nexus Mods, and you can grab this little shop for yourself. So yeah, vehicle extra part shop. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. But we are here for the sledgehammer, which is a mod by Fede. Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on with these collisions, man? Everything is so weird now driving this car. Alright, we're going to have to sit like a midget by the looks of it now. Oh no. Alright. Build a kit car, they say. It'll be fun, they say. Alright, well, let's get over to this beach house shop. Alright, so I also needed to show you guys all the Minty's garage furniture still as well. There's quite a lot of it. So this is gonna be more like a a video just showcasing all the mods and stuff. And I thought for a second the car was moving, but it's actually the sun coming through the roof. Okay. So yeah, there's even some mods by Fede, which is in development, where you can actually buy base game engines as well, brand new, already built. So that is pretty nifty, pretty cool. And we've got all sorts of furniture from Minty, and I've still got some old mods here as well from EST Banana, which is sort of colliding with other furniture here. It's quite a lot to take in, guys. I still have this old rims mod, so that is still here. We've got this workbench actually attaches your tools from Minty's Garage, but this is a paid mod, guys. So if you guys are interested in getting your hands on this mod, I will see if I can find a link to this, but it is on Coffee. And if you search on Google for Minty's My Garage furniture, you'll definitely find it. But yeah, he's got all sorts of things that are movable with the move tool in here, guys. We've got this lift from Fede still. This is a pretty old mod, but it still works and it's here. Even got this oil collector, which is pretty cool, and that all comes with this paid mod, guys. If you guys buy the mod, you'll get all of this, and even some shelves. And I think he also has some, or he had some Christmas decorations and stuff, but that has been removed for now because Christmas season is over. Well, it's been a couple of months. Got these lifts or elevators from Mistari. I think that's the mod creator. It's also on Nexus Mods. So guys, if you are looking for any of these mods, it is available either on Nexus or on Coffee or Kofi. I think that's how it's pronounced. And yeah, this is all the older furniture from EST Banana. We've got some sofas from Chevy Impala, rear end, front end, couches. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on here in my game. We even got this floating car ramp, which is yeah, something I haven't really tried yet. But okay, yeah, there's definitely quite a lot to take in once you come here. But the reason we are here is I want to buy this thing because I need to know if there's anything that is tweaked on this car at the moment, because yeah, I don't think so. Everything seems to be completely sorted, so I may have just wasted almost $600 on a car sledgehammer. But okay, guys, now at least we have it, although I don't like using it, or I'm probably not going to be using it because it's kind of a very big cheat. But guys, I think that is Cyclone's car all done and dusted, so I'm going to have to take this thing back to the shop now, because I notice we still have got a tiny bit of time left for this episode. So I'm going to see if we can maybe start working on the old Firebird a little bit. So yeah, let's get ourselves seated right on top of the steering wheel. We'll just go into this camera. I'm going to make my way back to the shop, guys. But I think Cyclone's car is done and dusted now. I just had to be sure of those panels at the back that nothing is still tweaked. So I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we get back to the shop. Alright guys, so we are back at the shop, and I was on the way down here thinking of something. So I was wondering if there are any accessories available for this car, like door mirrors, because I noticed that is something that's not present on this car. So I'm just going to quickly go and have a look at the catalog before we call this thing done and dusted, completed. So yeah, I also noticed there's some weird things going on here at the bottom, but that's probably the inner door panel that's kind of weird over there. Right, and we also need to do a bit of cleanup here, but first I wanted to check on this. So the 68 Camaro. What accessories do we have available for this thing? All right, come on. Here we go. Accessories. All right, so we've got the trunk floor, the bumpers and stuff showing up here, the taillights, Camaro rear light R, gas cap, hood piece. These are all things that we found in the body category. So original rear window. I don't know which one this car has got actually. I think this one might actually look better, because that one we've got in the car is kind of looking a little bit hazy. So let's see if we maybe replace that. And it also looks like it's tinted straight out of the catalog. Oh, for crying out loud. Come here, screwdriver. Right, because this thing looks like it's riveted or maybe screwed down all the way around. Yeah, it looks like rivets, but okay, yeah, that doesn't look like a stock Camaro rear windshield. So we're going to replace it with this one if it goes in, which it does. And would you look at that? That actually looks pretty dang nifty. Yeah, I think that's a much better look. The front windshield, let's just check what is the name on this one. What the heck did I loosen? The dashboard probably. Okay. Let's just check this out. What is this thing called? That is cam front stock windshield. Okay, so we've got that. So that is all done and dusted, guys. There's no accessories like door mirrors or anything like that. I can't even find the quarter glass. All the windows that are available is just the front and the rear for this thing. So yeah, it's definitely not a bad looking car now. It's looking a lot better than it was. It was definitely quite mangled. So I think what I'm going to do next, guys, is we're going to see if we can dive into the Firebird a little bit. I want to see if we can replace the firewall on the Firebird. A lot of fire going on here. And we've got the panels scattered across the freaking garage here, which I still need to load in the box truck. But guys, I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Make you watch me load the box truck with all the rubbish in the shop. Alright, so I think, yeah, there's going to be, hopefully, okay. Alright, well, that was a lot easier and quicker than I thought. I was thinking this was going to become a whole, like, situation replacing the freaking firewall on this thing. But yeah, looks like it's, well, that's just my garage, guys. That's my garage for you right there. That's what it's all about. Funny stuff. Alright, so I cut one weld and the firewall went wee. So now we can get our new one in. I need to transfer all of those parts, the dashboard, pedals, and whatever's still on there over to the new one. But let's get our firewall welded into place. So that was quite interesting. I mean, I just started cutting the first weld and the thing went bonkers on us. Alright, well, now obviously we didn't cut the other weld, so that is probably still registering that it's put together. So yeah, all kind of weird stuff happening. And I think that is probably just a bug, which is quite a major bug actually. Yeah, look at that. All the welds are still intact. And we just cut one weld. Literally the one that I welded back into place. And the firewall went bonkers on us. But okay. Alright, so let's see if this is going to be doable. And yeah, luckily we've got our steering column in now, which is very important. Okay, let's take off the hood. We'll start with the hood. Alright, let's get the hood onto here. That looks pretty good. So hopefully when we save and reload and come back, and this thing is not going to be like exploding on us. Okay, that's our dashboard. Okay, what else is on here? the doors. And we've got the pedals. Alright, that should pop out like that. And this handbrake lever, which we could actually inspect all the stuff now. The pedals are still good. So I said 75% right now. Where the freaking hell did my handbrake lever go? Okay, so there it is. That's on 35%, so we gonna junk that. I've got a new one. Or if it's not a new one, it's at least a better one somewhere. I just gotta find it. It's about time that we start using all the stuff that we've got in the shop. 81%. So yeah, this one is still good. So let's come and get this one mounted to our vehicle. Okay, there we go. That is done. Pedals are still good as well. They can go back in. Oh, for crying out loud, this freaking collisions. Okay, there we go. So the pedals are back in. Now it's just the doors, and then this firewall can go bye-bye. Okay, so there's our left door, driver's door. I'm probably going to have to do it like this. Okay, so there we go. That is sorted. Driver side doors back in. Let's grab this one. Okay, put this one on to there. Yeah, we still got a crap ton of rust on this car, which we have to sort out, but I think it's gonna probably want us to take it to the service center, because I don't think the rust is gonna register it's coming off. We'll just do it like this. The dashboard has got 3 big bolts holding it down. Okay, but there we go. That is looking pretty sharp, guys. We've got our beautiful engine in this thing. We've got the firewall replaced, which the firewall wasn't bad, and neither was the steering column we took out this thing, so it would have been a case of I would have put everything back together the way it was anyway. But yes, now there's not a whole lot else that I wanted to do in this episode, guys, so this is pretty much it. And I did hit my 1 hour mark already, but yeah, with all the cutting out and stuff that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be a little bit hard. So what I can do, we can maybe get some oil. I don't think we've got oil in the shop. Might also not have enough coolant, but we still need to fill up the coolant on this thing. And all the oil, because our engine doesn't have oil yet. Alright, so oil we need to fill up. Coolant we need to fill up. So let's go ahead and do this then. Gonna fill up this coolant. Alrighty guys, so I'm still busy filling up the coolant, and we didn't really have much left in the shop, so I kind of finished all of the half bottles now, so it's something that we're gonna have to go and buy. I need to go and buy some oil as well anyway, so it's gonna be, yeah, I don't know if I've got oil. I didn't see any oil. Okay, but yeah, let's see what is over here. Okay, so we've got the oil here. Okay, so if we at least do the oil, we can actually try and fire this thing up, because I think we've got everything we need attached. I still need to bolt down the starter wire, I think. Alright, but let's get some oil into this engine. Yeah, the collisions are a little bit weird, so it's going to make it a little bit hard to get the right angle here, but we should manage. As long as it says it's filling, we should be golden. Alright, come on. How long is this gonna fill? Holy crap, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but okay. Alright, let's put in the second bottle over here. Yeah, it says filling, so we are doing good. Doing the right thing. Alright, holy crap, yeah, this is definitely taking longer than I thought it would take. So we still need to decide what I'm going to do with the exhausts as well on this car. Because I was thinking of making this thing a slammed version. Lower it down a bit. And then put some nice wheels on it. I know I said I was going to make it a drag car, but it's going to still be a very good drag car. It's just going to be a sports drag car. I don't think it's really going to turn into a dragster completely, because I don't really like the look of a dragster. It's not really a... We still want to have this thing look like a daily. Like we can drive it on the daily, but also it's going to perform quite well on the drag strip if we do take it over to the drag strip. Okay, so we've got oil in the engine. The coolant is still something I need to fill up, but okay, we'll get to that part once we go and buy some more coolant. The battery, can the battery go in? I think we've got an issue with the battery at the moment, because I don't know, where does the battery go in this car? Do we need the battery tray? I can't recall now. It's been a hot minute since I worked on this thing. Let's see. So it's 2nd gen Firebird. Alright, once the catalog decides to load it up. So we are looking for the battery tray. Let's just type in BAT. Has it got its own battery tray, or are we going to have to go with the one from the BART? I think probably going to take the same one from the BART battery tray. Let's just see what this is all about, guys. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, so yeah, we did need the battery tray. Okay, we'll just zip it down. Okay, and battery wires actually seem to line up pretty good on this car. So that looks pretty nifty, guys. And do we still have got the gas tank? We do. So we've still got some fuel in it. I still needed to decide what I'm going to do with exhausts, but I think this thing will probably fire up now, guys. Wait a second. As I said, I think I forgot this bolt, which I have. So that is good. Let's just check everything else here real quick. That is bolted down. And that is bolted down. We've got our fuel line in. So I don't see any reason why this thing won't fire up. So let's give it a little bit of a swing here. Okay, so there might be something. I don't know if the gauges will tell us what's going on. You know what? Let's just no clip into the freaking car. Okay, so the fuel gauge is not moving, so that is probably why. So let me go and grab some gasoline, because I really want to see if this thing will fire up, guys. So I think that'll be a nice end for the video, is seeing this thing fire up and actually running, and not really driving yet because it doesn't have suspension. But at least if the engine starts, then we know it'll all work out. So yeah, let me speed up this running process over there. Alright, at the gas pump, just gonna grab some gas for our Firebird. So gonna get just one full jerry can. Alright, come on, there we go. It's usually quite quick to fill these. Let's just close the cap, because otherwise we're gonna spill it. Okay, so let's get back to the shop once again. Alrighty, so here we are with our gas tank, and now I can't really recall where the heck this thing fills up. Oh, it's at the... Is it the license plate that comes off? Yeah, that actually seems to pop off. Okay, then we can take this off, which is got to take it far away from the car. We need to get this thing open, and hopefully this is going to work. Which it does. So it's filling. Okay, let's put all of this gas in here. Alright, geez, that was actually a lot more than I thought. But okay, let's get this cap back onto there. We'll get the license plate cover onto there. Alright, let's see if this thing moves now, which it did. Okay, so I saw it move there. And there it is, guys. So she fires up. It's alive. It is alive. I'm quite happy. I'm quite stoked. We don't have mufflers on this thing, so it's going to be A little bit loud, but okay, let's just turn it off. So yeah, it's alive, although it's not going to be running yet. Well, driving, but it's definitely running. But yes, guys, I think that is a good positive note for us to end this episode on. So we managed to get the 68 Camaro sorted out. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of the junk here in the garage now. Clean up the shop a bit. And then when we come back in the next episode, we're going to have a look at the Pontiac Firebird further, getting the suspension bought for this thing. And maybe even tackle the bodywork a bit, because our customer jobs are finished for now. So yeah, if anybody wants some work done to their vehicles, hit me up in Discord. I've got a Discord channel dedicated for Funcle's Autoworx repairs, open to public. So guys, drop a message there if you've got some vehicle you want me to have a look at for you on this series, and we'll definitely make it happen. But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again. I appreciate every view, every like. And also remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It'll be very much appreciated. But yes, guys, until the next time, I will see you all, well, yes, in the next one.